And now, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rimes.
All right, welcome to the show. Thanks for spending time with us here. Consumer Quarterback Show, powered by the Platinum MVP team, Keller Williams Realty. Thanks for all the phone calls. We appreciate everybody supporting the show, supporting our show partners by reaching out and supporting that local economy. It's so important to do that. Consumer Quarterback Show, almost 13 years on air now, coming up in August. So we've got Shane Faunce back in studio with us, TampaYachtSales.com. Shane, give us a little teaser of what we're going to talk about today, my friend.
Well, good afternoon. Great to be in here. Hope everybody's doing well. We had printed off some of the top 10 richest or most wealthiest built yachts. The one at the top is, they say it's a bit of a hoax, but they say it's worth $4.8 billion, but it's got an estimated 100,000 kilograms of gold and platinum in it. So whether it's an actual usable yacht, that one topples the list.
That's pretty cool, right?
10 most expensive yachts.
The icons of maritime luxury coming up here on today's Consumer Quarterback Show. Top 10 most expensive yachts. We also have a couple of things we're going to get into here. CNN recently sold, or look to be sold. It'll be interesting to see, how that plays out. Also, we have some of the latest real estate stats. And by the way, refinance demand jumps after mortgage rates slip below 6%. Borrowing costs fell to years-long lows after weeks, but has since risen a little bit. But mortgage applications rose 11% last week. And you know what that means? It means refinances are going to happen. It means purchases are getting in the works. What's the first step? Get pre-approved. So, applications being up, that's a big, big hit for us in the real estate industry. So good stuff happening here in Tampa Bay. The word is optimism around here. And also FinCEN. Have you heard about this new FinCEN law? It says if you don't comply with the Fed's new real estate regulations, which are now in effect, you can be fined or even thrown in jail. So new federal reporting rule affecting certain residential real estate transactions in the United States. It states that when properties are purchased through entities such as LLCs, corporations, or trust, and especially when the purchase does not involve traditional bank financing, additional reporting requirements may apply. The rule is intended to increase transparency and prevent illicit activities like money laundering and real estate transactions. So kind of interesting to see. That's called FinCEN. Have any questions about that, talk to your title company, talk to your real estate agent, or give us a call. We'd love to talk to you. And Platinum MVP team, Keller Williams Realty, always featuring our listings live on air. We're going to maximize the profit, maximize the exposure, and do all of that with less headaches. We got a couple of hot listings here. Let's throw up on the screen. We'll put it up on our TV side. If you're watching our TV show version on YouTube, IG, all the different places we're posting. 2488 Del Rio Way in Dunedin. Beautiful property. I love this completely renovated home. This is a 321, 1,407 square feet, just under a quarter-acre lot. And this is contemporary design elements. You have beautiful lighting, tasteful tropical landscape. It's an all-new kitchen with quartz countertops, white shaker cabinetry, stainless steel appliances, farm sink. You got a breakfast bar and nook there. Both bathrooms, of course, completely renovated. This whole entire home, all the way down to the windows, completely renovated. Beautiful backyard there. You got a fenced-in backyard, and you even have some of the wood features. They tell me, is from Noah's Ark. I don't know if that's true or not. Now that would be something. That would be something. All right, 369 West Winds Ave, Palm Harbor, Florida. Beautiful home right here in Palm Harbor. Another renovated property. Now this one is in a boaters community. Pretty cool. Bring your boat, bring your jet skis. If you don't have a boat, Shane Faunce, Tampa Yacht Sales can fix that problem for you. You got a 322, 14 square feet, quarter-acre lot. This is another completely renovated home. You've got a beautiful kitchen there that's been updated. No, the windows have not. That's about the only thing that has not been as far as the renovation. But the renovated kitchen, stainless steel appliances, breakfast bar, ample cabinetry. You have a primary bedroom with en-suites there. Now, you're close to the Caladesi State Park, Dunedin, shopping in Dunedin there, awesome restaurants. You got a great opportunity now with the community boat ramp. You back your boat down, you're out there fishing for the day. Maybe you catch some mangrove snapper, some grouper if you go a little deeper out there. Some redfish and snook might be running. 369 West Winds Drive, Palm Harbor. You can see all of our listings at platinummvpteam.kw.com. And you can see all of our radio and TV show expert contributors at consumerqb.com.
Yeah, I'm racing my class to those saving our ass overseas.
That's right. Shout out to all of our troops out there active in the wars happening around the world and all the bases overseas. Shane Faunce, welcome back in, sir.
Thanks for having me. Hey, can you pull up the website?
Yeah, let's pull it up. TampaYachtSales.com.
Click on featured listings. We just listed last week a really nice. If you go up boats for sale, top left. Top boats for sale. There you go. Featured
All right.
yachts.
How many listings you got right now?
45.
About 45
listings.
Nice.
Probably the second row down, there's that Hydra Sports. That boat's in Madeira Beach, sitting behind a $3.5 million house that the real estate agent is selling. But we just listed that boat. It's a 2019 Hydra Sports 4200 Siesta. It's a quad 350 Yamaha, only
Beautiful.
about 332 hours. Had a fresh service on the engines. It's got new engine batteries. That boat is equipped with Seakeeper. It's got the Garmin Force Kraken trolling motor for when you're trying to get into those groupers. You don't want to drop a anchor. You just hit spot lock on that. I mean, this thing's decked out.
That's
has
cool.
FLIR, has Sat TV on it. That boat's ready to go.
That's really cool, man. That's something you cruise down
Click
to the
on
Bahamas.
the View Yacht.
Cruise right around to the Bahamas there. You go
to the Bahamas, yeah.
Virgin
You know,
Islands.
it's not a super efficient boat. She's a big, heavy boat. Put a bunch of people on her. It's got 2 rows seating on it. But you're going to have to budget about a half, maybe 0.6 miles to a gallon on that one, about 616 gallons of fuel.
Okay.
So we're not going 500-600 miles. We're going 350 miles.
Those are big boy toys there.
Those are. Let's just burn some gas and have some fun and make some memories.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's what the dinosaurs did. They brought us some good fossil fuels to burn through.
They did. They did.
So featured yachts, exclusive collection online, TampaYachtSales.com. Shane Faunce in studio with us. What else you got there, Shane?
Well, we just launched this new website last week, actually. We're trying to integrate
Great.
some of the new coding to show up on AI search because, Gemini and ChatGPT, Perplexity, all those different people are getting on them. They're using them for all kinds of stuff. So if you're looking for visibility, we wanted to try and capitalize on that. I had a developer that I worked with. They're out of Canada now, but he used to be down here in Fort Lauderdale, and we just launched that last Friday. So hoping to see how the traffic so far has been good. We've had some good leads off of it, but it's just something we try and do is continue to work hard for our clients, get them everywhere they need to be, and make sure that everything is easy, simple, but is effective at getting the boat sold.
Yeah, I love it, man. When you find, have you seen a lot of people coming down from New York or out of state? Have you seen any of that yet?
We got a little bit of the snowbird business coming down.
Yeah.
When people are right now, I would say through February through July, it's a big portion of our business. People are trying to make their purchase for summer. The people that are up north, they're still a little iced up there, but they want to be ready come May. They want to make their decision, have their purchase, have their boat ready. I showed a really nice 2006 44 Sundancer. I've showed this customer a couple of boats.
Yeah.
But literally, it's the nicest 20-year boat I've ever stepped on in 24 years. And, it's a real testament to the guy that owns the boat.
Right.
He's put way too much money into it, but pride of ownership, I'm sure you see it with houses.
Yeah.
It's really expensive to own a boat. And all that stuff that he's done,
Yes.
you don't get it back.
Right.
But I told my people, I said, this is a boat. If you want to stop the scroll, you want to start looking at having some fun, make an offer, because the boat's already had 4 showings, had 1 more today. It's people are buying and selling stuff, whether it's houses, boats. When there's something that's nice and it's priced correctly,
right,
and you've got the time, go enjoy it.
Yeah,
so
that's the key.
We're probably going to make an offer on that boat today.
That's the key. It's got to be priced right, and that's what in real estate people don't really get that a lot of times. They still kind of play by the old rules of, oh, let's price it high, we can always bring it down, and that kind of thing. And it
doesn't work.
And that's the wrong way to look at it, especially in this market when you have a limited number of buyers.
Yep.
You have an excessive amount of competition. You're competing against that price point, that bracket, and that great almighty dollar.
Yeah, I don't know how it goes in real estate, but I always tell people, I say, listen, I don't care if it's a widget, number 2 pencil, but if somebody gets online and they're looking for a certain specification, a certain price point, if you're not in that bottom third to the bottom half, you're not going to sell at the top of the market. It just
Right.
isn't going to happen. You could sit on the market for a year, and now all of a sudden, at least with boats, they're not going up in value. So
Yeah.
you've had the maintenance cost, you had the depreciation. We recommend price it correct, sell it in three to 4 months.
Yeah, and speaking of that, let's put these up on the screen, Dave. I'm going to show the same ones
Yeah.
from yesterday. So it kind of tells a story here when you look at this is February detached residences in Hillsborough County. I want to focus on the year over year on the right-hand side of this chart. So if you look at new listings, February 26th, we got 1585. That's down almost 2%. You got active listings about the same. They're up 2%. You've got a pending ratio there, 0.4, so about the same amount of pendings. Meaning under contract. Closed sales about the same. It's only down 0.7. Months supply is up 2.6%. So you've got more supply than you had in February of 2025, slightly more. The median sales price has risen. It's $424,950. That's only up 1.2%. Your median days on market year over year, that is up to 63 days. And that's up 37% because it used to be in February 25, 46 days on market.
Wow.
What percentage have had a price reduction? Well, in 2025, February, it was 50%. Now it's 57.9%. So more price reductions to get the property sold. What
Correct.
we were just alluding to, Shane. Now that's up 7.5%. Now, another question is, what percent closed with seller concessions? Well, in February 25, it was 49.5, call it 50%. In February 26, it's 54.6, call it 55%. That's 5.1%. So it's relatively the same numbers, a little bit argumentatively, a little bit more days on market and more concessions, more money's coming off that top number to get the deal done. By the way, over a third of all real estate listings that hit the market don't sell. And the other third end up canceled or expired.
Yep.
So only about 1/3 sell. Do you see that same ratios kind of in your
It's
industry?
funny that you mentioned that because I was having a conversation with our boats group, which is boat.com and Yacht World.
Yep.
They have about 94% of the eyeballs that come to the internet.
Yep.
So we kind of have to be there.
Yep.
Well, 10 years ago, I was paying maybe $899 a month for that. Next month, it's going to be $8,000. So I'm trying to explain to them, like, hey, my business is not 10 times the growth of what it was 10 years ago. I said,
Right.
I appreciate the eyeballs, but I said, you're not helping me sell 10 times more boats.
Exactly.
So the key with boats, I don't take listings unless they're going to be nice and priced correctly because I'm paying to
Exactly.
advertise them.
You gotta
paying
pay to
do a
advertise.
photo shoot. I'm spending money to help the customer, and that's what we're here for. I'm
That's right.
100% on their side, but it's got to be a partnership.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and we see the same thing in the real estate industry. You got the big company called the Z Word. I don't even like to say their name because
Yep.
of the way they treat realtors over the years. But you got the big Z Word. They got hit with a big lawsuit. They're trying to funnel money to their mortgage side. And, you got to work with this. It's called steering. That's an
Yep.
illegal activity. You can't steer people and make them use. So anyways, so it goes to that site. You get the exposure. The number 2 site's Realtor.com, by the way. And then you've got, kind of right on down the line. But yeah, it's interesting to see how the tech side plays with, and they feed off of the brokers.
Yeah.
It's pretty simple how that works, right?
It is. They make it very difficult to want to do business, but you want to do the right thing for your customers and the right thing for your business.
Yeah, exactly. So we're coming into break. Before we go to break, though, I want to just get this out there. The White House put out a tweet recently. It's the Save America Act. This is a no-brainer, folks. I don't understand. You got to get on the phone and call your reps, call your representatives. This is a government for the people, by the people, and it's we the people that are a little pissed off right now, really, to be truthful about it. When you look at, so this is straight out of from the White House Post here. Save America Act. Pretty simple. All voters must show ID. All voters must show proof of citizenship in order to vote. Makes sense to me, right? I mean, if you're going to vote in the
American.
United States
Yep.
of America election, you must be an American. Okay, and then on number 3, it says no mail-in ballots. We saw what happened in 2020. If you don't know, look up the movie 2,000 Mules. Great movie by Dinesh D'Souza. There's many of those different types of movies that have been put out by Salem Media. Number 3, so it says no mail-in ballots except for illness, disability, military, or travel. Number 4, no men and women's sports. Makes sense to me. No transgender mutilation surgery for children. And this is getting like 98%, 98% of the common person's vote according to polling. So why will Leader Thune not put it up for a vote? I don't understand it.
Not common sense is not so common anymore.
It's not so common, and it's also the thing about follow the money.
Yeah,
right. It's so sad.
Politics is it's something.
It's ruthless.
It is.
Well, yeah,
that's tough business. I don't think I'd want to be in it.
A ruthless sport. Yeah, exactly. All right, coming up, we're going to talk about the top 10 most expensive yachts ever sold, icons of maritime luxury. You won't believe what the number 1, number 2. I mean, it's a little bit of a fall off between number 3 and 4, but these are still major purchases. Coming up with Shane Faunce here, TampaYachtSales.com, top 10 most expensive yachts sold, and also more on the Consumer Quarterback Show side. We're going to talk a little bit more real estate as well. Consumer Quarterback Show, powered by the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. Quick break, right back.
Hey, this is Grant Cardone, and you're listening to Consumer Quarterback Show, hosted by my friend Brandon Rimes. Do not touch that dial. I'll come right through the radio and grab your throat.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-917-1894. Online at consumerqb.com.
Did you know that we buy houses cash? We can close quickly for a all-cash offer on your real estate properties, residential, commercial, even vacant land. We'll buy your property cash. No cleaning, no showings, and no hassles. You can even possibly stay in your home post-closing. Call Brandon at 813-917-1894. Submit the email at consumerqb.com or call 813-917-1894, consumerqb.com. We buy houses cash and fast. Attention business owners, did you know we have 100% financing options available? Our no money down program offers 100% financing for business owners. If you are currently leasing your commercial space, you can purchase real estate for no money down. Additionally, the program offers money for working capital, equipment, and business fixtures. You can even pay off current business debt. Reach out at 813-917-1894. Call or text 813-917-1894. Rimes at kw.com, and that is our 100% financing, no money down program for business owners. We would love to help you buying, selling, or investing in real estate. 813-917-1894. Rimes at kw.com. Ours Creole Smokehouse, the official Pinellas County restaurant partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show. Say hello to Doug Clark, chef and owner Doug Clark, 310 East Tarpon Avenue, Tarpon Springs, ourscreole.com. Ours Creole Smokehouse, 310 East Tarpon Avenue, Tarpon Springs, ourscreole.com. Excellent food, wonderful ambiance. Say hello to our friend Doug Clark.
Dennis Prager here for Brandon and Lindsay Rimes, owners of the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams. Buying, selling, investing in real estate, their nationwide Keller Williams network makes them the best team to work with. Sellers, have your property featured live on air, creating multiple offers. Buyers, leverage a unique system that gets your offer accepted, never overlooked. Call or text 813-750-0550, 813-750-0550, or consumerqb.com.
You're listening to The Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rimes. Online at consumerqb.com. Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Call Brandon today at 813-917-1894.
All right, welcome back. Consumer Quarterback Show, powered by the Platinum MVP team. We sincerely appreciate everybody supporting the Consumer Quarterback Show. By the way, we have our gratitude party coming up on, the 19th, Dave? I think it's Thursday the 19th. We're going to be over at Kingmakers right here in South Tampa. It's 3707 West Carmen Street. This is our monthly business mixer, happy hour, gratitude party. Come on out, join us. You're invited. Yes, you are our audience. You're our clients. A lot of you folks turn into clients for us. We really appreciate it. Kingmakers, 3707 West Carmen. That's on Thursday the 19th. Coming up, we're going to have food, drinks provided. Come out and network, meet our expert contributors. Also, coming up, top 10 most expensive yachts sold. We're going to talk with Shane Faunce on that. TampaYachtSales.com. Check them out online. You can see all of our experts, by the way, at ConsumerQB.com. All right, we're looking at a couple of listings here. We've got a beautiful listing at 10248 Carlo Way Hills Drive. This one's down in Wimauma, Florida, Hillsborough County. You got a great opportunity to buy a nice home here. It's a 322, 1451 square feet, quarter-acre lot, just under quarter-acre lot. Primary bedroom serves as a private retreat. You've got nice curb appeal here, tile flooring, carpet in the bedrooms there. You got the wood cabinetry. And a great opportunity, affordable home right here, close to Big Bend Road, 301 I-75, Carlo Way Hills Drive, Wimauma, Florida. Let's see, 10413 Main Street, Winona-Sassa, 3.63 acres of vacant land. Buy some dirt. By the way, we got about a dozen vacant lots, vacant land parcels for sale throughout Tampa Bay. If you're looking to buy land, give us a call. We'd love to talk to you. 4 acres of land right here in Main Street, Winona-Sassa, across from a busy gas station. It's a commercial property, commercially zoned. So we'll walk you through all of that. We'll help you get sorted with that type of thing. Consumer Quarterback Show. You can see all of our real estate listings at platinummvpteam.kw.com. And you can see all of our radio and TV show expert contributors and link over to our YouTube channel at consumerqb.com.
Only in America.
All right, Shane Faunce in the house. Top sales of all time. So this one's kind of interesting. The History Supreme, $4.8 billion, says nothing epitomizes the grandeur of ultimate high net worth living quite like a super yacht. These floating palaces blend cutting-edge technology, bespoke craftsmanship. And so anyways, yeah, $4.8 billion, just shy of $5 billion. What do you think about that one right there?
Well, it's interesting. I'm not familiar with the build, but I just did a little sleuthing, and most of the industry experts, as far as it being an actual usable working yacht, it is made out of solid gold and platinum, so it's pretty impressive. But they consider it to be more of a marketing hoax than anything else, because really the next closest one is Eclipse at $1.5 billion. So you're talking $3.3 billion less. And that's owned by Roman Abramovich. He's missile and defense. That boat has a missile defense system and a mini sub on it.
Holy cow!
Yeah,
that's super cool, man.
It's like its own little country.
Yeah, you get your own private security system there. That's the ultimate security there.
It's got the Iron Dome.
Probably get if you got a couple of guys hanging out there with some ARs. I'm sure too, man.
Listen, what was it? Is it Azram? One of the boats was built in Larson. It's considered to be the Dilberg. I think that's Dilbar is the longest yacht built, and that was built by Larson, which
590 feet.
Yeah, that's a very that's one of Larson's crown jewels for sure. It's a big shipbuilder overseas.
Have you ever heard of stories where, because I've heard stories from different people, but if let's say you're out in the Keys, you're going offshore down to South Florida, you're going 10 miles out, 20 miles, 30 miles. And have you ever heard stories of real life pirates down there, like coming out and like rolling up on you
Not so much
fast?
in the Keys, but you can definitely run into them when you get into the Caribbean.
Yeah,
whether it's in the Bahamas
Pirates
or
the
if you get over in the BVI's, 100%.
They'll roll up on you with weapons, right?
They will.
Yeah,
yeah,
I've heard
and
that.
you need to be aware. Most people that boat in the islands, if you're not a gun-loving, toting, might be a smart thing to do.
Yeah, you have a long rifle and you say, "Hey, I've got one too, buddy.
Yeah.
You want holes in your boat?"
You don't want someone else being the captain of your ship.
Yeah, exactly. And then you jump on the radio too. What's the number? You're on 45 or something. What's the number when
you're
like
obviously 16 is here in the U.S. Coast Guard, but I can't remember what it is.
But anyways, that's smart to know. Have those ready.
Have
to
that
go.
ready, and then have a sat phone. Sat phones, whether you have if you're using Starlink, but having some type of a way to communicate.
Yes.
It's not like they're gonna scrub a F-35 and send them out to you and save you.
But at least they know where your last location
At least they know what's going
was.
Exactly.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's cool.
That something maybe went wrong.
Shane Faunce, TampaYachtSales.com. Check him out online. The best way to connect with you, TampaYachtSales.com.
TampaYachtSales.com. Yeah, if you need anything, give us a call. My number is 727-647-5557.
All right, good stuff. Yeah, reach out to Shane for all your boating needs. If you're buying a boat, buying a yacht, selling, of course, and you want to put a value on a boat or a vessel, reach out, TampaYachtSales.com. Shane Faunce, thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having us.
All right, buddy. Coming up, Lonnie Veasley in the house. We're going to talk with Tampa Bay M&A Advisors. He is a business transfer specialist. We're going to talk about buying, selling businesses. So, a good day here for going from yachts and boats to selling a business, too. Very similar stuff. And, of course, selling real estate right here. We can help you there, too. So, quick break, right back. Consumer Quarterback Show. ConsumerQB.com.
Hey, I'm Ken Shamrock, and you're here with Consumer Quarterback Show. And I say, Brandon Rhymes, knock out your competition.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-917-1894. Online at ConsumerQB.com. You're listening to the Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. Online at ConsumerQB.com.
That's right. All right, Consumer Quarterback Show. Lonnie Veasley in studio with us, Tampa Bay M&A Advisors, joining us on the program. Buying a business, selling a business. Maybe you want a valuation on a business. Lonnie Veasley's the guy to talk to. He's a business transfer specialist here on the Consumer Quarterback Show and longtime friend of the program. Coming up, a couple of hot listings, and we'll jump right into it. We've got a couple of hot listings here in Tampa Bay. This one's 6374 Boatyard Drive in Hudson. We've got a vacant land for sale, vacant parcel. This is a corner lot location. Build your dream home on this awesome lot. You are literally the last lot before the Gulf of America. This is it. This is the one you've been waiting on. 6374 Boatyard Drive, Hudson. It's 0.37 acres. Your R4 zoning, Gulf front double lot, one of the largest waterfront building lots in the area. 176 feet of brand new concrete seawall with the boat ramp that's privately done. So you've got a boat ramp right there. You can pull your boat in and out. You back your jet skis down there. Offers direct access to fishing, kayaking, of course, miles of preserved natural beauty. Hudson Beach is just a short golf cart ride away. This is a golf cart friendly community as well. Great opportunity to buy some dirt, build your dream home right here in beautiful Tampa Bay. All right, let's look at the Weeki Wachee Marina. We've got Shoreline Boulevard here, Weeki Wachee Marina. This is a beautiful property, 3/4 acre lot. You have direct established waterfront business with irreplaceable real estate on the Weeki Wachee River. This one is a multi-use property. It spans 3 waterfront parcels. You got multiple income streams, John boat, kayak, paddleboard rentals. You also have dock space for commercial vessels, private vessel storage, spacious retail offering fishing and boating supplies, on-site ATM and ice machine. You also have living space upstairs, which could be perfect for a live-in manager or maybe a short-term rental. And you also have a long-standing team in place for the repair operations, which is a authorized Suzuki servicer that's a provider locally there with established motorboat repair business. Great opportunity right here in beautiful Tampa Bay. This one's Weeki Wachee Marina. Lonnie, what do you think about this one? Pretty good opportunity here for somebody.
Yeah, it looks nice, especially for someone, up north that wants to, get down here and have that lifestyle and business lifestyle for, family, business, work lifestyle.
That's right. Yeah, you look at flocking to Florida, Dave. This one's flocking to Florida. New York and California aren't just losing residents. They're saying goodbye to an entire economic class. So, that migration coming from New York, as leaders on the left like Mondani up in New York, they tax the rich. It's a tax the rich agenda. Florida developers are welcoming the economic refugees with open arms. They just told Fox Digital here that in only 60 days, 3 firms tracked a staggering $126 million in sales from New York and California transplants, proving that what started as a trickle of disgruntled taxpayers is turning into a tidal wave of residents who've had enough, and they've also owned businesses. So they come down, maybe they buy the Weeki Wachee Marina.
Maybe, yeah.
I love that idea. Come on down. I got a bar to sell, too. We got a bar in Plant City that we can sell you. But you can see all of our listings online at platinummvpteam.kw.com. And you can see all of our radio and TV show expert contributors at consumerqb.com. All right, so just on the numbers, not the politics. This is Lawrence Young. He's a chief economist from NAR, Lonnie. He's saying that in the U.S., unemployment rate is barely rising, even with weak job creations, and the overall average growth, wage growth is 3.8%. The industries that typically utilize unauthorized immigrants are in construction, leisure, hospitality, of course, citrus, and agriculture. The wage growth rates in these industries are roughly equivalent to the national average growth rate. And then that could be due to temporary lower demand for workers in these 2 industries. or that Americans are going into these sectors and therefore not leading to any notable worker shortage. Housing starts have been low for the past year. More construction will be needed in upcoming years. I'll tell you what, there's going to be, and in 2025, by the way, it was 1.3 million housing starts in 2025. And then the year prior, 2024, it was 1.36 million. But we're going to need more housing starts in Florida if we can pass this reduction or elimination of property tax in the state of Florida for primary residences. That's going to be a big draw as well.
Yeah, definitely. I know some real estate investor friends. They're worried that everything's just they're going to tax your non-exempt houses, non-homestead houses even more. Though that's the kind of where they're having. Well, they got to get the money somewhere.
Well, we had Mark Hay on yesterday's show too, and Mark said, we don't have a revenue problem, we have a spending problem. So if you look at these politicians, these school boards, a lot of these, counties, municipalities, it's already $2 billion that they found in wasteful spending, in the state of Florida, and they haven't even gone to all 67 counties. I mean, that's just the major, high, low-hanging fruit that is. So I don't believe all that. I think that we can make money from tourism taxes, and there's still a lot of other property types. You got second homes.
Yep.
You got the vacation rentals, short-term rentals, commercial, industrial, all the other types. But let's leave people's primary residences alone.
And I'll take that. Yeah.
Yeah. And you got the 10-year phase out too. It's not going to happen just all at once. I don't think. I think the 10-year phase out plan is going to be probably the one that works.
So they can slow down on their spending. You're saying.
Yeah, kind of give them time
to stop wasting the billions of dollars.
Yeah, exactly. Give them some time. But tell us a little bit about your business. We got Lonnie Veasley in studio, Tampa Bay M&A Advisors. Tell us about what you're seeing out there, sir.
I mean, the market's still really good. Just closed yesterday on a plumbing company, and another one came up so I'm going to get their financials and things like that. But the market's really, really good. Got another deal. It's a kitchen cabinet company, and they also own the real estate, so it's a business with the real estate together. That one's set to close June. Still got to get through all the SBA bank hurdles and things like that, appraisal for the building, valuation for the business, but that's good. And getting close on a couple other deals, and still in that kind of season too, waiting on financials. With the deadline, the March 15th deadline.
Right.
I'm sure I'll get another uptick on people getting back their financials from their CPA. But yeah, working on also putting like a flooring company on the market, a paving company. I guess he's a tool company, but he supplies a lot of tools and different equipment and things like that for house flippers nationwide. It's actually a good one.
That's really
came out of nowhere.
Is he manufacturing those, or is he just kind of brokering them?
No, he's broke. Like he's brokering them.
Yeah,
but he's got steady cash flow. I mean, there's 4 or 5 million in sales.
That's really cool. That's a neat niche. I love to hear all the different niches. Mm-hmm. That's really cool. That's a cool part of real estate, or I imagine in your business. Talk to me too about SBA financing. What do you see with the SBA? What are some of the misnomers that people have? Maybe common mistakes people make.
I mean, if you never bought a business before, the big thing you have to know is if you own a home, like if you have a home in Florida and you want to buy a business, they're going to want to put a lien on your home. You don't have to own a home.
Who's they? The SBA?
The SBA, the bank. Yeah, they put a lien on your home, and so you have to put that up as collateral. Be prepared to have 10 to 20% of the purchase price, and the main thing, everything else is having good credit and business acumen that you can run that business, and then the business has to check out, not just the P&Ls, but the corporate tax returns. You have to have 2 or 3 years good earnings. And
yeah. And then I want to see a resume to make sure you have, like you said, the business acumen and the background to do it.
Definitely. One of the big things, too, that's getting people hooked up a little bit is when they want the seller to hold a note, to carry some finance, even if it's just a small amount, the bank doesn't want the seller to be paid until the bank note's paid off, and that's typically 10 years for an SBA loan for just a business. If there's a real estate, they'll give you blended rates, 15, 17 years. If like the deal that I was talking about a few minutes ago, that the real estate's actually worth a little more.
Yeah.
So they'll do a 25-year loan on that. So same thing though, if you get a seller to hold a note, the bank may want you to wait to get paid for a while on that.
Yeah, so in other words, the bank's not going to subordinate to the seller financing. The seller financing goes behind that institutional investor.
Correct.
Yeah. So it makes sense that way. I mean, they're the ones putting the
most money,
more money
chunk,
up. Yeah. And then the owner's is also motivated to sell. So they say, hey, sure, I'll hold a second mortgage for $100,000 at 6% interest or 8%, and I'll take that over a 10-year period, payback period, 20-year payback period?
Yeah, it depends. I mean, some, they're saying you have to wait 2 years. Sometimes they say the life of the loan till the SBA loan is paid off, but typically it's been about 2 years. You can't receive payments for 2 years, and then you can start receiving your payments. And so, yeah, you can stretch that out, 5 years, 7 years, depends on whatever you negotiate.
Yeah, that's really interesting. Now, speaking of that, too, when you think about closing on deals, are you guys dealing with FinCEN like we are on the real estate side, on the residential side?
No.
So this is kind of interesting. If you're not aware of this is kind of an interesting story. If you don't comply with the Fed's new real estate regulations, which are now in effect, you can be fined or even thrown in jail. So a new federal reporting rule affecting certain residential real estate transactions in the United States says that when properties are purchased through entities such as LLCs, corporations, and trust, reminds me of Scarface. What was the Tony Montana Land Holding Company or something?
Montana Realty Company.
Yeah. Tony Montana Real Estate down in Miami-Dade, Maine. Especially when the purchases does not involve traditional bank financing, additional reporting requirements may apply. The rule is intended to increase transparency and prevent illicit activities such as money laundering in real estate transactions. So anyways, it goes on to talk a little more detail on it, but that's FinCEN. If you're not aware of that, talk to your broker, talk to your title company, talk to your real estate attorney, but make sure you're complying because they take that pretty serious, don't they?
Yeah, definitely. So and they want to know everything. They want you to provide that stuff at closing. You have to provide what you're doing with the property.
Yep. I had a weird phone call one day. The guy calls me. I was selling, I think it was vacant land out in East Hillsborough. Hey, I just want to pay cash. I want to pay $100,000 cash or $300,000, whatever it was, number cash. It's probably closer to $300,000 or $400,000 for a nice lot I sold on a corner lot location somewhere out there by one of the major thoroughfares. And I kept digging in. I'm like, why are you doing what's the cash? Why call the title company? Hey, have you ever done something like this? Can you make this happen? They're like, no, we can't do this. Make a couple phone calls, and you're like, no, there's not really a way. Any way you can convert that into some kind of a bank account or something. But it was, it's funny. In our business, you see all these different scenarios. I'm sure you've had similar, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, interesting to see. Lonnie Veasley here in studio with me. That's Tampa Bay M&A Advisors. If you're buying a business, selling a business, you want a valuation on a business, Lonnie can help you with that. I'm your host, Brandon Rimes. And, you talk about, a lot of listings right now. There's a lot of the businesses, kind of a sweet spot for you, you've said over the years, has been your kind of your blue collar, businesses, your trades, those types of businesses. That's still the point, or the hot spot.
Yeah, that's what I've got coming on right now. That's the one that just closed yesterday. The ones I've closed so far this year have been that, but there will be other ones. But yeah, about 50 to 60% of what I do seems to be the trades, construction related.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. And then when you value a business, I mean, that's the key too. Trying to figure out how to value the business properly, getting the buyer and seller to agree on that valuation. What's the trick there? How do you make that happen? Get them to agree on that valuation.
Yeah, I mean, you do valuation reports. You pull up, the sales aren't really that important, but you're finding out what the cash flow number is. So I had that meeting this morning, and we've got a bicycle store, so to speak. They sell high-end bikes somewhere here in Tampa, and we're off $200,000. So it's just showing the buyer really to get them to come up a little bit and show them sold comps of comparable companies that had around the same amount of sales, around the same amount of cash flow.
Yeah. And
show them, here, this is the multiple on this number.
Right.
And it's sold comp. So that's how you do it.
It's industry standards, right? So if you're selling a certain company, like a plumbing company or electrical company, you're going to have an industry standard set as the multiple based on the tax returns, what the bottom line number is, right? The revenue.
Correct. Different ones have different multiples. Like pest control, that's a high multiple in Florida. At least in Florida, I'm speaking. Everything I speak usually in Florida. That's my experience is Florida.
Yeah.
But like software, IT companies, those go for higher multiples.
Okay.
Restaurants, they'll go for like a 2.3. It depends though. If it's a bigger restaurant doing owners bringing in $500,000 or $1 million in bottom line cash flow, then that numbers always helps out to get a higher multiple. The multiple is kind of like a level of risk, the rate of return almost. And if there's issues though, if there's something like, say if you're this type of industry, manufacturing, whatever, say if it's a 3 multiple, if everything's good, but then you find out, one of their clients is 40% of the business, that's a risk, so you lower the multiple.
Got it. Yeah, because you're heavy risk there, because if that client goes away, there goes 66% of your business, or
correct,
whatever that might be.
Yeah. It's an art and a science to value a business, because it's not just about the numbers. That's the most important part, what they're really bringing in. But there's a lot of other factors. If they have management, supervisors, different multiple customers, things like that are very important to what industry they're in. That's just their structure.
Yeah, speaking of the numbers, here's a story, too. Speaking of the numbers, it's all about the numbers. It's all about, especially in this one. So Victor Davis Hanson put out a post here. It says, "Conspiracy theory no more. Arizona just removed nearly 50,000 non-citizens from its voter rolls after a lawsuit by America First Legal forced counties to finally enforce the law." This is in Arizona, of course, Maricopa County, one of the largest counties in the nation. But yeah, the numbers matter, and especially when there's nearly 50,000 non-citizens that are being purged from a voter roll. So officials under Katie Hobbs and Adrian Faunce had not been verifying citizenship or running required background checks until now. They had to be sued into following the law. 50,000 illegal voters gone. And that's just in Arizona. I wonder what's happening in some of the other states like Georgia, Wisconsin, Michigan, Illinois, New York, California. Let's start digging in here and seeing where the votes are coming from. So, all right, let's take a quick break. More with Lonnie Veasley coming up here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. We're powered by the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. If you're buying, selling, investing, refinancing, or selling a business, we'd love to talk to you. 813-917-1894, consumerqb.com. You can call the hotline, 813-917-1894, online at consumerqb.com.
Thanks for listening to my daddy's show. Please make sure to send him all of your real estate deals and subscribe to the Consumer Quarterback Show podcast on iTunes and Spotify, or check out our YouTube channel. Have a blessed day.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-917-1894, online at consumerqb.com.
Tired of long lines at the airport? Check out Tampa Bay's premier private jet source. I'm Brandon Rimes for Will Smith Aviation. Aircraft management, acquisition, and sales, luxury jet escapes, and packages. Check them out online. WillSmithAviation.com. That's WillSmithAviation.com. Or call the show. I'll put you right in touch directly with Captain Will Smith. AmericaFirstPatriotStore.com for all of your non-woke American-made products. American values, Christian, conservative American values. Say hello to my business partner, Jim McCune at AmericaFirstPatriotStore.com. David Reynolds Jewelry and Coin.com. Say hello to Shane Socash, longtime friend of the Consumer Quarterback Show, 4009 Central Avenue, St. Petersburg, online at David Reynolds Jewelry and Coin.com for all of your precious metals and jewelry design. David Reynolds Jewelry and Coin.com. Hey, Brandon Rimes here for Jason Coble, owner of Coble Law. Coble Law has been handling injury cases in Tampa for the past 14 years and has a specialized approach focused on limiting client cost and maximizing client profit. TampaWorkCompLaw.com. TampaWorkCompLaw.com. Jason Coble, longtime friend of the Consumer Quarterback Show, personal injury law, and work comp law. Hey, Brandon Rimes here for our friends at TargetSurveying.net for all of your surveying needs. Land surveying firm providing services for real estate since 1992, and they are statewide. Check them out online, TargetSurveying.net. That's TargetSurveying.net. Selling commercial, vacant land, or residential properties? Don't leave money on the table. List with the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. I'm Brandon Rimes. You can reach me at 813-917-1894. Call or text 813-917-1894. Online at consumerqb.com. That's consumerqb, like quarterback.com. Buying, selling, investing, or refinancing? We would love to talk to you. Thank you so much and have a blessed day.
You're listening to The Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rimes, online at consumerqb.com. Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Call Brandon today at 813-917-1894.
All right, welcome back. Consumer Quarterback Show, Platinum MVP team, Keller Williams Realty. Lonnie Veasley in studio with us, Tampa Bay M&A Advisors. He's a business transfer specialist, a.k.a. business broker. He can sell businesses. He can help you put a valuation on the business. By the way, we got 100% financing for business owners also. Andrew QB does a great job on the finance side for us when it comes to commercial loans, commercial financing, that rent replacement program. You can get 100% financing there as well. And also, so we'll jump into that here in just a moment. We've got a bar for sale out in Plant City. This is a great opportunity, another business. And Lonnie and I are teaming up on some of these businesses to bring some activity to you. This one's 5402 West US Highway 92, 16 square feet. You got 3/4 of an acre lot there. It's a commercial zoning. You have that coveted 4 COP license. Now, that's the type of license that can be done on location. You can move it off location. You can also sell packaged liquor, not just at the bar. You got, of course, this one has 16 taps, ice machine, 4 flat screens, TVs, on-site ATM, jukebox, 2 pool tables. Of course, you're getting the website and online presence as well. Minimal overhead and established revenue stream. The owner says it is a cash cow. Lots of cash money coming in. Finish Line Saloon, 5402 West US Highway 92. What do you think about that one, Lonnie? You ever sell a bar?
Oh, yeah, I've sold some bars in my day. It's crazy how the liquor license has gone up. When I first started,
it's like $500,000 almost for those, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, it depends on where you're located. Like in Miami, it's like at least $1 million now. Key West is probably more than that. It just depends on what county you're in. It's actually more expensive in Pinellas County than it is even in Hillsborough County. That's why there's more bars. And, we got Ybor and all that stuff. If you notice, there's more bars in Hillsborough than there are in Pinellas because it's limited out there.
Yeah, and by the way, there's more revenue. Now does that revenue go to the state? Probably state revenue.
That definitely state, yeah.
You think about all this revenue coming in, I mean, for these licenses, right? I mean, is that a yearly fee or is that a one-time? I think it's a one-time fee, right? You don't have to pay
the big fee's a one-time, but I'm sure they have to pay the yearly fee. They have to check in with this unless anything's changed. The Fire and Tobacco and Arms Division of Florida handles that.
Yeah. I remember when I first got my mortgage license back in the day. It was the Department of Ag that manages that, and it was Charles Bronson. Remember that name?
I remember that name.
From the 80s films or whatever, 70s and 80s. It was Charles Bronson. Like, no, not that Charles Bronson. But, all right, final thought. Lonnie Veasley, he can help you with a review or evaluation. Talk to him about that, Lonnie, if anybody out there has a business they're thinking about selling maybe in 2 or 3 years, whatever that might be, time frame wise. What would you do? How can you have that consultation with them?
Yeah, we just sit down, talk to them, get their financials the last 3 years and, run a little valuation report for them, and you kind of ask them some questions on the business, see if there's any holes and things like that. And the good thing about the valuation report, and we typically don't charge if we're just meeting with them, and if it's something they want to do in a few years, but it'll tell them where they're at. So if we do a valuation and it's $4 million, they say, well, I need $7 million. We can go over that report with them and show them where they need to hit the $7 million. And if there's holes in the business, then we'll, tell them where they need to fix those holes. We're not business coaches or consultants. We can refer that out if they need to get their numbers cleaned up. We'll send them to a CPA or a bookkeeper, or if they need help trying to scale, then we'll refer that out to someone. So I actually like doing that. I like meeting business owners 2 or 3 years before they want to sell, to take a look at things and say, this is where it's at now. And if that number's not good for them, then they got a plan going from there. So I do that a lot, where I get people that I've talked to, like people that I'm bringing on now, or people I've talked to 2 years, 4 years ago, 5 years ago. And I just kind of check up on them like once every 6 months, once a year. It just depends on the relationship and what they need to get done.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, you got holes in your boat. You're kind of cruising across there. You're cruising across, and you got holes. You got to plug those holes. You go a lot faster. That boat's going to be ready to sell. That business is going to be ready to sell when it's time. And it makes a lot of sense to do that. Reach out to the show. We'll put you in touch with Lonnie. All of our contact info is at consumerqb.com. You can see links to Lonnie's contact there as well. Also, tampabay-ma.com is his website. Tampa Bay M&A Advisors, tampabay-ma.com is Lonnie Veasley's website as well. Lonnie, thanks for coming in, man.
Thank you for having me again. Appreciate it.
My pleasure. All right. We also had Shane Faunce on the front end of the show. Top 10 most expensive yachts. And check us out online. If you miss any of our shows, you can find them all at consumerqb.com. We put all of our content out there as well on IG. Please go out there and consider committing a random act of kindness. Do something kind for one another. Be a force for good in the community. And we'll see you next time. Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
You've been listening to The Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rimes. Whether it's real estate, consumer, or financial advice, let Brandon call your next play. Call Brandon Rimes at 813-917-1894. That's 813-917-1894. Online at consumerqb.com. And join us next time for The Consumer Quarterback Show.